Hello, welcome to Story Time. Do you know what holiday is coming up soon? That's right, it's Easter. So the first book we're going to read is called Happy Easter, Davy. Spring had come at last. Davy, the little rabbit, and his family sat outside their burrow, soaking up the warm sunshine. Suddenly, Davy's big brother Dan came running. "Guess what I've just heard," said Dan excitedly. "Tomorrow is Easter, when human children get presents and pretty eggs. And who brings them? A rabbit. He's called the Easter Bunny, and he lives right here in this wood." "Where?" asked Davy. Father Rabbit scratched his head. "There are lots of rabbits in the wood," he said, "but I've never met an Easter bunny." "Me want present," squeaked baby Dinah. "Me too," said big sister Daisy. "Why doesn't he bring us anything?" "Let's go and ask him," said Donnie. So off they went to find the Easter bunny. They searched high and low, but the Easter bunny was nowhere to be found. Davy's brothers and sisters went home, disappointed, but Davy stayed behind to think. "It's not fair," he grumbled to Nicky, his toy rabbit. "The Easter bunny should come to us. We're bunnies." Suddenly, Davy jumped up. "I've got an idea," he said. "Come on, Nicky, we've got work to do." "First, we need some eggs," said Davy. "I wonder where the Easter bunny gets them." He saw a nest where First, we need some eggs, said Davy. "I wonder where the Easter bunny gets them." He saw a nest with 5 speckled eggs, but he couldn't take those. There were baby birds inside, waiting to hatch. Davy ran down the riverbank and found some beautiful egg-shaped pebbles instead. "Now for the presents," he said. Davy found a secret place to work all day long. First, he painted the pebbles. Then he made a basket for Daisy's toys, an Easter bunny doll for little Dinah, and bark boats for Dan and Donnie. "Finished at last, Nicky," he said. "Tomorrow everyone will think the Easter bunny came after all." That night, Davy was so excited he could hardly sleep. When dawn broke, he tiptoed outside and hid the eggs and presents. His brothers and sisters were still fast asleep when he crept back into bed. At last, the rabbit children woke up and hopped out of the burrow. Daisy tripped over something round. "Look, I found an Easter egg," she cried. "And here's another one," said Dan. "So the Easter bunny did come." Daisy, Donnie, Dinah, and Dan started an egg hunt. They were so excited when they found all the other eggs and the presents. "What about you, Davy?" said Mother Rabbit. "Didn't you find anything?" Davy blushed from head to toe. Now they would all guess that he was the Easter bunny. Not yet," he stammered. Davy pretended to look under a bush. He knew he hadn't hidden anything there. But what was this? A pretty painted egg and a little wooden flute. Davy was puzzled. Who could have hidden them? "How nice," said Father Rabbit. "It seems the kind Easter bunny brought us something for all of our children. This calls for a celebration. Let's have a picnic." So the rabbit family spent a happy Easter day out in the meadow. And the happiest of all was Davy, the secret Easter bunny. That was pretty sneaky of Davy. Our next book is going to be about chickens. This one's called Counting Chickens. Toby was the proud owner of the finest hen in the village. Toby's friends all had their own animals too. On Monday, Ade's cow had a calf. Toby's hen laid 1 egg. On Tuesday, Tunday's sheep had 2 lambs. Toby's hen laid a 2nd egg. On Wednesday, Beesy's goat had 3 kids. Toby's hen laid a 3rd egg. On Thursday, Aduke's cat had 4 kittens, and Toby's hen laid a 4th egg. On Friday, Laulu's dog had 5 puppies. Toby's hen laid a 5th egg. On Saturday, Dapo's pig had 6 piglets. Toby's hen laid a 6th egg. On Sunday, Toby's hen laid a 7th egg, and there they sat, waiting. One week later, Ade's calf mooed loudly. Tunday's lambs could run and skip. Beesy's kids climbed about. But Toby sat with his hen, waiting. Two weeks later, Aduke's kittens chased their tails, Laulu's puppies chased the kittens, and Dapo's piglets rolled in the dust. But Toby sat with his hen, waiting. Toby's friends teased him and said they would eat his eggs for breakfast. But then, after 21 days, Toby was waiting no more, and neither was his fine hen. They both watched with great pride as their brood of 7 beautiful chicks hatched. Soon the 7 chicks grew into hens, almost as perfect as their mother hen. The next year, they all had chicks of their own. Now Toby is the proud owner of so many chickens, he can't count them all. Can you? There's so many chickens on these pages. Wow. And when you turn the page, it says there are 50 chickens. So Toby waited very patiently, and then all the eggs hatched. So chickens take a little bit of time. So now we're going to read a book that tells us how people all around the world celebrate Easter in different ways. Did you know that Easter is celebrated all around the world? What is Easter? Easter is a holiday that usually takes place on a Sunday in March or April. In some countries, it is also celebrated in May. For people who follow the Christian religion, Easter is one of the most important holidays of the year. Easter is remembered as the day that Jesus came back to life. The word Easter probably comes from a very old word that means spring. Easter takes place in spring in many parts of the world. After a long, cold winter, Easter is a time to welcome the new life and growth that springtime brings. Many people who are not Christians celebrate Easter for this reason. For those who join in this special holiday, Easter is a day for feasting, spending time with family, and celebrating new life. Sweden. Here's how people in Sweden celebrate. Ding dong, ding dong. Doorbells ring all over Sweden on the Thursday and Saturday before Easter. Who is at the door? Witches! These Easter witches are really just girls in costumes. Old Swedish stories tell how the week before Easter is a time when witches gather. That's why girls dress as witches then. Sometimes boys dress up too. The little witches wear their mother's skirts, aprons, and headscarves. They use makeup to paint red circles on their cheeks. Some children carry broomsticks. The witches go from door to door. They call out Easter greetings to their neighbors. Each witch holds up a copper kettle or coffee pot, hoping for a gift of candy or money. Swedish families eat Easter dinner on the Saturday night before Easter. They feast on fish, ham, lamb, and boiled Easter eggs. Then the children hunt for eggs that their parents have hidden. One egg is hidden for each child. This egg isn't a real egg. It's made of colorful cardboard, and it's packed full of delicious candy. Ethiopia. Here's how people in Ethiopia might celebrate. On the night before Easter, Ethiopian Christians fill their churches. People pray and sing for hours. After church, everyone goes home to eat. People bring gifts of food to their family and friends. The Easter feast lasts for 2 days or more. It often includes mutton, the meat of a sheep. Some families read the Bible as part of their celebration. Many people play a game called Gebetta. Gebetta is a board game played with pieces like checkers or chess. Seeds, stones, or beans can be used for Gebetta pieces. The board is carved from wood. It has cups cut into the wood. Each player moves pieces from cup to cup, trying to capture the other player's pieces. The player who captures all the pieces wins. Here's how people in Egypt might celebrate Easter. Easter is a joyful day for Christians in Egypt. People go to church in the morning, and then they gather with their families for an Easter feast. They eat turkey, lamb, and grape leaves stuffed with meat and rice. Many children receive gifts of new clothes from their parents. Sometimes children are given money too. For fun, Egyptian children have egg rolling contests. Each child sends an Easter egg rolling down a hill. The egg that reaches the bottom first is the winner. Colombia. Here's how people in Colombia might celebrate Easter. Nay, nay, the burros of San Antero have a lot to say on the day before Easter. Burro is Spanish for donkey. Most of the year, burros work hard pulling carts and plows, but on this day, they are the stars of a beauty contest. Farm families do their best to make their burros look perfect for the contest. Every burro has a costume. Male burros wear suits and ties. Female burros wear dresses and hats. Some wear bathing suits. Everyone in town comes to watch the contest. The most beautiful male and female burros win. What is their prize? It is one that any burro would like. The beautiful burros never have to work again. Germany. Here's how people in Germany might celebrate Easter. German homes are full of bright decorations for Easter. Many people bring home yellow daffodils and pink cherry blossoms. The flowers remind everyone that spring has come. Some families bring willow branches inside and put them in a vase. The Easter eggs are hung on the branches to make an egg tree. In some parts of Germany, Easter treats are brought by a fox, a crane, or a cuckoo bird. But in most places, children hope for a visit from the Easter hare. On the day before Easter, children build little nests of twigs and straw. They hope the Easter hare will lay eggs in the nests during the night. Some children also make a special Easter egg for their parents. On this egg, they write a promise to do chores. Early on Easter morning, the children run to check the nests they made the day before. They find chocolate bunnies, chocolate eggs, and colorful Easter eggs. After eating their sweet treats, the children have egg hunts and games. They give their special eggs to their parents too. Then many families go to church. They spend the rest of Easter enjoying a good meal and visiting their loved ones. Together, they share the joy that Easter and springtime bring. This book is called Pisonka Lays an Egg, and it is a Ukrainian tale And I think you'll see what makes Pisonka a very special chicken. Maud laid one egg every day. Dora laid an egg every other day. And Nadine always laid exactly 5 eggs a week. Gloria never laid an egg because he turned out to be a rooster. It was his job, and he did it well. All the other chickens laid eggs regularly. All of them except Pisonka. Why doesn't Pisonka lay eggs? Asked Maud. Because she wanders around the farmyard day in and day out, staring at flowers and gawking at clouds, said Nadine. Oh, tut, tut, clucked Dora. She's just a dreamer. Cock-a-doodle-doo, says Gloria. Pisonka paid no attention to them. She looked down at the shiny green grass and gazed up at the deep blue sky. I'm quite good at laying eggs, Nadine said to Pisonka one day. You never even give it a try. Look around, Nadine, said Pisonka. Look at those big red tulips and the little pink cherry blossoms. Day after day, Nadine, Dora, and Maud and all the other hens filled baskets of eggs. Pisonka didn't lay a single egg. Why? Asked Maud. Please tell us why, said Dora. Why indeed, clucked Nadine. Cock-a-doodle-doo. I will tell you why, said Pisonka. Because of the pale mornings, the soft dark moss, the stripes on the crocuses, and the orange cat with one blue eye, the shining center of a dandelion, the sky at midnight. I don't get it, said Maud. Pisonka is just plain lazy, said Nadine. Come on, Pisonka, urged Dora. You might like laying an egg. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Can't you at least try? They all asked. Pisonka thought for a moment. She climbed slowly onto an empty nest. Maud let out a nervous cackle. She'll never be able to do it, said Nadine. Oh my, said Dora. Pisonka fluffed her feathers and flapped her wings. She clucked softly to herself and sat down. Flutter, flutter, cluck, cluck. Nothing happened. Pisonka did it all again. Flutter, flutter, cluck, cluck. Push! At last! Pisonka stood up and looked at her egg. It wasn't a white egg, a brown egg, or even a gray-blue egg. It was spectacular. There were patterns of sun yellow, grass green, tulip red. There were blues as bright as day and blues as dark as midnight. My goodness, cried Maud. My stars, marveled Dora. But is it a little too much? Asked Nadine. Cock-a-doodle-doo. This egg is beautiful, they all agreed. After that, Pisonka went back to wandering around the farmyard. She looked up and down. She clucked in wonder at all the colors she saw, and she didn't lay very many eggs. But the ones she laid were worth the wait. That very pretty egg. And it tells us in this book that a pisonka is a Ukrainian decorated egg made with patterns of beeswax and layers of dye. And so this egg right here is just like a lot of people in Ukraine or all around the world make by using dye and wax and drawing pretty patterns on their eggs. Maybe you've seen one like that somewhere. The last book we're going to read is called An Egg is Quiet. And we're not going to read all the things in this book. We're just going to look at some of the pictures and read a little bit. And this book and all these books you can get through your library. And so if you liked one, you can check one out to read at home. It says, "An egg is quiet." It sits there under its mother's feathers, on top of its father's feet, buried beneath the sand, warm, cozy. An egg is colorful. So there's all those beautiful colored eggs again, and it tells all the different kinds of birds and animals that laid them. Maybe a robin's egg, or a salmon egg, or a penguin egg. An egg is shapely. There are round eggs and oval eggs. There are pointy eggs and even tubular eggs. And this one says the pointy egg is laid by seabirds, and it's pointy on one end so that it just spins in a circle instead of rolling off the rocks. An egg is clever. It says an egg might be speckled to resemble rocks around it, or it might be gray, the color of mud by a lake. An egg does not want to be eaten by a raccoon or a snake or a fox or an insect. Eggs come in different sizes. A hummingbird egg is the size of a jelly bean. And over there's an ostrich egg that can weigh as much as 8 pounds, and you might need 2 hands to hold it. An egg is artistic. Look at all the different ways those eggs are patterned. An egg is textured. So if you feel an egg, one egg might feel different than another. It might be bumpy or smooth. It might be kind of oval-y, or it might have dents in it. An egg might even be fossilized, like a dinosaur egg. An egg is giving. An egg gives a little creature growing inside it everything it needs. The shell is its home, the yolk is its food, the egg white is its pillow, and the shell is covered with teeny tiny holes which allow air to enter. And these pages show how different creatures are growing inside their eggs. An egg is quiet, and then suddenly an egg is noisy, because all the little creatures hatched out of their eggs, and baby creatures sometimes can be noisy, right? And then in this book, the back pages, just like we had eggs in the front, there's all those different creatures and birds that hatched out on the back pages. It's a really cool book to look at. Well, thank you for joining me for story time today. I hope you come back next week. Bye.